Another streamer recounts her experience with when Mizkif and her had relations during a time where she was—
Oh my god, there's a third one. Oh my god, no. Bro, why is it every time one allegation comes out, everybody just like, oh yeah, nah, I got a situation with this too. Oh yeah, nah, it's over. Not one girl came forward. Not two. Three, there's a third. Yo, Mizkif might not be human. Alright, so I don't even know anything about... Yo, hold on. Bad placement, not even gonna lie. I don't know anything about, like, the Emiru Mizkif situation. I seen Dante talking about it for like 5 seconds, so let's get into this.
Attacked at TwitchCon, and now she's come out with some harrowing allegations levied against Mizkif. And I want to be the first one to say it. This is a fork found in the kitchen. There's quite literally so much shit to talk about, but the first thing I want to say is that this tweet is facts. And it's not really my community, but it feels—
I'm not gonna lie, I've never watched Mizkif. I don't know who the fuck bro is. I've heard about him before though, like I've heard about him. I just, like, I'm talking about his name in general. Like I've seen his name like on TikTok a few times maybe, but I don't know what he does. I don't know what he streams. I don't know anything. It's all a blind reaction. Secondly, y'all see this new UI on the fucking YouTube? This shit's kind of ass. That's how you know I haven't made no video in a fat minute, cause what the fuck is this? This shit, I don't like it. I don't know.
Feels like the mainstream media or the internet collective conscious has this issue of letting degenerate white men hold power for an obnoxiously long time and even prop them up when they be cartoonishly evil. It's not normal to be accused of covering up SA. So when that happened to Mizkif, I don't know how we moved on from it. There's typically a few things that are found in the crime scene of covering up SA, and one of them is power. And what does Mizkif have? A lot of power. So when a white—
Who the fuck did bro SA? Yo, that shit went smooth over my head. Who did bro SA? Not Emiru, right?
Man with power and a well-documented history of weird behavior gets accused of SA and covering it up. Why is he still allowed to exist in the space? But I'm gonna quit yapping. You already know I'm the hood Socrates.
Yes,
Let's start. So first things first, we gotta take a look at Emiru's allegations.
Is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me.
Yo, I'm sorry, I know the situation, but yo, her eyelashes is low-key frying me, bro.
Through my friends and people that I work with.
Are they real?
They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals.
Yo, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Telling a woman that you would destroy them is kind of crazy no matter what context, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
And that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably gonna come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
I think the most important aspect of this clip is that—
Yo, someone said W script. Yo, come on, bro.
I'll just say crazy because I'm not a licensed professional. But for someone to threaten a smear campaign says a lot about who they are as a person.
What is a smear campaign,
to
bro?
use the internet's vitriol towards animal mistreatment is just so manipulative. But what I think is also important is that this clip is almost like a trap, because Emmy is being very blunt about Mizkif's method of addressing the drama. And as you'll see later, that dumbass literally does exactly what she says. You just have to ask yourself the type of person Mizkif is, and it's not like he has a good PR. Almost all stories I hear about him are negative, so hearing that he's willing to run a smear campaign—
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first ever anything I know about Mizkif, and I might have to do some digging on bro, because I generally don't know who the fuck this dude is. Apparently he's famous as shit, but how famous, I don't know. Is he like on XQC type level, or what is he? Because I've never seen even a video. I've never even seen a video of bro. Like, I've seen memes on TikTok, but like, that's quite literally it.
Against an alleged victim is pretty sickening. And that does make me ask the question, how do we get to this point of streaming? An uncomfortable truth that's been hard for me to swallow recently is that social media is something I've looked at with such fond eyes for so long, but it's evolved into a mirror of the music industry. And
yo, I'm not gonna lie, wearing CDG to court is kind of crazy. Yo, bro, Motherfuckers do anything to flex, bro. CDG to court is crazy, bro.
That's a place where corruption and
he's in a courtroom, right? Yo, secondly, yo, bro over here with the fucking bean. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy.
Speak more on that in a different video.
He, so yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and
Yo, is this racist if I say that she looks like in somewhat relation to Pokemon? Alright, what am I talking about?
Usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with.
Nah, facts. But, actually, that's a lie, bro. Me personally, bro, I'm sorry I have to cut her off smooth. Alright, me personally, I'm actually the opposite. I thought that's what she said for a second. Me personally, if we cool, like, bro, like, I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, boom. This might make me sound crazy. All right, say we're just friends, right? Yo, my camera angle is kind of frying me. All right, yeah, boom. All right, so, yo, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so say, like, we're just friends, right? The whole touching shit, I have no problem with, boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could play fight, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, when I'm actually in a relationship, bro, like, get the fuck off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even the type, like, hate my girlfriend stage or whatever. But, like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm more touchy with people that I'm just friends with than people that I'm actually in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Am I weird for that? I don't know. Like, I understand what she's saying, though. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm the opposite. No clue why. No cap.
Hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face. And I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants.
Whoa, what? Alright, bro. Come on. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually crazy, bro. She literally just said she was crying. And while she's crying, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she was venting to you or whatever, bro. You gonna stick your... Bro, come on, gang. I ain't even gonna say that, bro. But, like, come on,
and,
bro.
I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me. Yo, she ain't deserve
this, bro.
Like a cat, like. And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying. Without, checking if I was okay or anything.
Yo, what lamp is that? Like, I know it's a Kirby lamp, but, like, where'd she get it from?
And I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or, like...
But this shit is insane. So basically, Mizkif attempts to use an emotional low point as an end to sleep with Emmy. And when she rejects him, he bounces and doesn't even say sorry. Mind you, in the clip, Emmy says they were not together and she says she's not comfortable allowing people she's not with to touch her. So this guy, as an ex-boyfriend / someone who's not even her partner, just...
Yo, I don't know what he fully did yet, and we're not even halfway through the vid, but bro has some majestic ass eyes, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Violates her boundaries and does this during a moment of sadness and vulnerability. I'm just letting y'all know this is the weird guy playbook. They catch you when you're vulnerable, and that's what makes it hella sick. Mizkif seen a vulnerable Emiru and then made his move. Thankfully, he just bounced, but it's just weird for show.
I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open. Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream, like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year.
Wait, bro. So this motherfucker, kind of going back to what I said earlier, so this motherfucker is quite literally a hate my girlfriend, like, symbiote. Like, what the fuck are we looking at? So, bro, instead of, like, you know, checking up on your girlfriend or whatever, you sitting there, like, dissing your girlfriend, like, on some T-Bank shit? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this shit low-key crazy.
And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him.
Oh, so they're broken up at the time.
Right. Considering I never replied. And he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year. They'd be like, I don't fucking know, man. And then they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me.
It just seems like this.
Alright, bro. Yo, I'm sorry. Alright, so the only thing that I know is, like I said, the shit I've seen on TikTok. Apparently, Mizkif is short as fuck. You know, shout out to all my short kings, you know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all frying me. But, peep this shit, bro. You are approximately maybe 4'11" to all the way to like maybe max 5'9". I wouldn't even give him that. I don't know him, so you know what I'm saying? Anyways, short king, bro. Actually, I'm not even gonna call him a king, because so far, he's put his hands, you know, that's kind of crazy. Anyways, listen. She's not waiting on you, bro. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying he's chopped. I'm not saying he's chopped. All I'm saying is, bro, she's not waiting on you, bro.
This guy had an abnormal obsession with her, and I feel like this is a symptom of being alive during the 21st century. Because what do you mean crazy white dudes are hate watching streams of their ex and coping about whether or not these same ex-girlfriends are sleeping with new men? It's definitely
odd to me,
a
fucking
because
Cartoon Network.
He was blowing up her
character,
phone.
bro.
She was showing so many messages. This guy was definitely tripping.
What the fuck, bro? Yeah, let her go, gang. Yo, should I even read any of this shit? Alright, let's see a little bit of it. Yo, bro, is this motherfucker, bro, is this motherfucker copy and pasting fucking like love quotes or some shit? What the fuck is bro talking about?
I was seeing clips of him having real life insecurities over his view count. I think a lot of what transpired was most likely him projecting his own lack of self-worth. He probably linked his self-worth with his performance on social media and Twitch specifically. And in his mind, Emiru threatened that, so he started lashing out like this. Or at least that's my guess. And this video isn't even over, so we still got more to comb through.
My walls, again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom, the holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. At the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Loki zoned out for a second. What the fuck is bro talking about? Yo, so bro's about to kill her? Isn't this supposed to be your girlfriend at the time, bro? Yo, yeah, he's not mentally there, bro.
And
it sounds like bro's insecure
like,
as shit.
Even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about while doing it.
Yeah, so this...
Alright, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Mizkif gotta go. I don't know who the fuck Mizkif is. I don't know what he streams. I don't know what bro does. But all I know is, bro, no way. Alright, so I don't really know because I'm not on his level. Just because I don't know, bro, don't mean he may be Mr. Motion Man. I'm not gonna lie. But what I do know is that never in a million years, if I was like in a little content, whatever, like, you know, the little content circle I'm talking about, like motherfuckers be collabing with each other and shit. But if I was in that little, if I was in that circle, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just because I see someone else collabing, I'm not gonna be like, bro, what the fuck? And start speeding with my girlfriend in the car, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you might be a loser.
Nigga is clearly mentally deranged. Like I said, I definitely feel like his worth is linked with his performance on social media and how he's viewed in the social hierarchy.
Yo, I'm definitely yapping, bro.
Punching walls and being violent. And then he threatened to take himself out with Emiru. This is the final form of money don't unlame a nigga.
Holy shit.
Like, this is psychotic
bro remind me of
behavior.
Ninja.
He's over here tripping about not being in a Mr. Beast video. And that just sounds like something Mizkif would do. Rich white streamer from the pod community. That's basically the combination of doom.
He would throw throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
The thing with this black eye clip is that there's actually a thread from 2023 on Twitter that was analyzing the relationship between Emmy and Mizkif. And they even mentioned the black eye and was attempting to figure out how exactly she got it. And I'm pretty sure Emmy had gave an excuse like I ran into a wall, which is obviously like not good, so people dug a little further. What's interesting is that they even posted a clip showcasing
what the fuck, yo, is that her getting drugged by him? What the, I mean, yeah, what the fuck?
How rough Mizkif tended to be with Emiru, and that's just some food for thought.
Wait, so he was bald?
Section with this clip.
And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit. It'd be interesting if that happened, and I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even talk about today, and what else he's been lying about. And I'm sure there's also plenty of things that even I don't know about.
Who is Emiru?
And
like, what does she do? Is she like low-key like a
today? But I'm hoping that now that I have this out, this is the last
like
time
an
I ever
e-girl
have
type
to
streamer
talk about it. And I can be like, okay, I got it out there. I'm not withholding this anymore.
What they're talking about how being sued is a real possibility, it just confirms for me that Mizkif is probably just manipulative and a controlling person. If he was truly innocent, he'd come up on the internet with some sincerity and not a curated response, not an engineered plan, but just pure unbridled sincerity. Let's look at what he had to say.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
What? Yo, alright, come on, bro. Yo, we low-key gotta mute the don't knows, bro. Alright, but
these were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks.
What does this have to do with her getting a black eye, though?
I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my brother once came over and said,
yo, low-key, I've never actually dealt with a animal that passed away. How do you deal with an animal that passed away? Like, do you call somebody? Like, what do you do? Like, yo, like, I don't know. I don't think I've had an animal that long to be like, hey, yo, my animal passed away. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even that old yet, but like, what do you do?
And I'd be scared. If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you.
Besides the fact this guy is clearly reading off a script and even had the gall to quote his brother's opinion on Emiru, he did exactly what she said he'd do, and he responds by attempting to smear her for rabbit abuse. Also, he showed a photo of a dirty rabbit cage, but I don't want to show that, and I don't know how this refutes any of the claims Emiru made. And let me ask a question: how do you take care of animals when you're in an obviously toxic / abusive relationship? This guy is so stupid.
And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this point, man.
Alright, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This gotta be a script, bro. This fake ass crying, bro. Come on, you're a grown man. Lock it. He trying to force a tear, bro.
The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely toxic.
He admits to being controlling, which when you combine that with the fact that he's also violent and prone to childish outbursts, it's like, am I supposed to take what he's saying seriously? And then this bastard starts crying crocodile tears. This nigga is tripping.
Where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
Bro, she was crying. Yo, bro, she was crying. I don't know what she was crying about, but there is no way I see a girl crying. All right, you know, cool. I may like maybe. All right. Peep this. Realistic situation. All right, boom. All right, my girl crying, right? All right, boom. You know, I may like kiss her on the forehead, reassure her for a little minute. All right, boom. All right, I don't know when she say kiss as like make out or like kiss as in like, you know, just like a little peck or something. You feel me? Either way, that's not too bad, right? But then you think she wanna fuck while she's crying? Bro, what girl? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. There may be some hoes, right? There may be some OF bops. There may be ethos. There may be tutors. They may be tuteres, bro. But there is not one girl that I think on planet Earth, if they're dead crying, they want to fuck. I don't know what girl that crying equals, I want you to put your 3-inch fucking cock in my fucking throat. What are we talking about, bro? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, kill him. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He gotta go.
And I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
Did he just speed run the essay explanation?
Yeah, nah, he's cooked, bro.
Didn't mention how Emmy was crying. He didn't mention how they wasn't together. And then he tries to say that advancing to the next stage is what Emiru wanted. This is dead ass one of the worst responses to allegations I've seen in a minute. And you know what's crazy? I got a whole additional information section I want to show you guys, but it's like I don't have to for real. I'm gonna do it anyways. But this response is horrible.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
I'm just gonna cut the—
Wait, hold up. No, I'm sorry, fucking DH. I gotta cut you off for a second, bro. Alright, boom. Bro just said his girl threw stuffed animals at him and clothes. So, end result, he put holes in the wall? What are we talking about? Alright, boom. Pretend this is the stuffed animal in question, bro. Pretend this is the stuffed animal in question. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. This thing is a pillow, gang. It's a pillow. You're telling me you get hit with that, and then you decide, oh, nah, it's over. Boom, boom, boom. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like,
clip here because he tries to skirt over that dumbass shit like it wasn't dumb as hell. This
like bro doing type of equations like 2 + 3 = 1. Like, what are we talking about?
The comparison between plushies and punching holes in the wall. There's nothing else that needs to be said. What is a plushie doing versus a grown man who's being sent into blind rages by having less viewers? Mizkif actually sounds insane. That sounds like some terrifying crackhead type energy you'd see on the streets, bruh. He's trying to compare that to a shorty throwing some plushies. I didn't even have to make this video. It's clear who's evil in this situation. It's literally like seeing an ominous figure in a hood and walking towards him. Mizkif is evil.
I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away.
Mizkif, you're done.
What you really need to do though is put some chapstick on your lips, gang. You're worried about the wrong things. There's bigger fish to fry. And is that a bike on the table? Alright, bro.
Done, bruh. You're talking about not going nowhere, but it's over, dude. Now, I wasn't gonna play the rest of that BS because honestly, he starts talking about going scorched earth basically and how he's gonna leak messages and how he's gonna expose everything. You know, the typical copium niggas like him have to inhale after they get exposed. Because I'm about to hammer the nail on the head. I'm about to show you guys that Mizkif is basically a demon in a human skin suit.
Are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up those sex? You want to come at me and make it up, then you better be—
Wait. What am I supposed to be looking at? I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Sure, you don't live in a glass house, you insecure, but I'm lost.
I don't even— holy—
Wait.
Are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail like, dude, all those girls cover up this—
Wait, what does it mean to railroad?
Whoa, yo, bro's getting leaked. Oh, that's what's going on.
I literally just read it. What does it mean to railroad him?
Little bit of context. A few years ago, I think 2022, Mizkif was accused of covering up SA, and this is Hassan.
right, let me get this out the way. All right, like I said for the 50 millionth time, I don't know who the fuck Mizkif is. So, you're telling me this isn't the first time bro's been underneath SA allegations, bro? Is motherfucker a walking EDP 2.0? Because the only person I know that got away with that shit several times is EDP. You're telling me bro has been underneath fire for SA and he somehow recovered from that? Bro, there is no way.
Pokey reacting to it. I wasn't too in the loop at the time, but what I do remember is that there was compelling evidence that suggested that he did cover it up, but that's just my opinion. And with everything that's out right now, it's pretty likely he was covering up SA. He's moving shady. He's willing to use smear campaigns to intimidate his own former significant other into silence. It seems like something he'd do. Why are these streamers moving like Joker? They're literally just streamers. And honestly, what is Mizkif even famous for? He just fits the weird.
Bro, the reason why streamers be moving how they moving. All right, y'all gonna hear this from a real motherfucker that don't got shit. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even if I were to get a mill right now, I'd still have the same speech I gotta say right now. I'm not even gonna lie. The reason is because some motherfuckers really sit in the house all fucking day. Y'all can make all the jokes y'all want, bro. I don't give a shit. Motherfuckers want to sit in the house all day. And when you're a streamer, that's literally your job. You sitting in the house all day most of the time. All right, boom. They're looking at their screen. They're seeing their chat interaction moving, gassing them up, giving them egos, boosting the fuck out of them, right? Glazing. And I'm guarantee you, I was reading this chat, like, through the little clip segment. Oh, they're all believing Mizkif, right? They're saying, bro, you got this king or whatever the fuck they were saying in the top left. Y'all, you see it in a second. They're glazing the fuck out of him, right? Even though he just got hit with SA allegations, right? I don't give a fuck who it is, bro. It could be like, who's the most wholesome motherfucker y'all know? All right, so let me think. Off the top of my head, maybe like Dan TDM, Corey Kenshin, whatever the fuck, right? They could get hit with allegations. I don't give a fuck who it is. They could be the most wholesome dude on planet Earth, bro. They get hit with that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to hear their part of the story, bro. I can't immediately dick eat them just cause, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, back to what I was saying. They see those numbers, they see their screen, they see that shit moving, they see the subs, the follows, all that shit. It gets to their head, bro. They get fried. They start believing this is their real life. Listen, for all the huge streamers out there, obviously nobody's gonna give a fuck what I'm saying right now, but, you know, hopefully at least one motherfucker listening, right? Bro, no matter what, you think you're the shit because you got 1 million followers, whatever the fuck. The moment you turn that screen off and you go into a real mirror, that is you. Fuck the screen, fuck the electricity shit, fuck the Wi-Fi, fuck the electronics, fuck all that shit. When you turn that motherfucker, you could have 10 million followers, bro. You turn that screen off and go into real life and realize you're a weirdo. That's just what it is. That's literally just what it is, bro. I'm sorry.
White dude archetype, just greasy and evil. I don't get it. I also want to point out, he posted a little video on Ludwig expressing his mental health and how Ludwig covering the story about his alleged SA cover-up helped destroy his reputation.
September 2022, I was accused of covering up by Trainwrecks TV. This resulted in the biggest drama that has ever happened in the history of Twitch, where dozens of the top content creators attacked me for weeks, saying that I covered up and I deserve to be banned. Ludwig was one of those content creators who made a video titled Twitch is Collapsing with over 3 million views. This video told people that I was the only one involved in this whole thing and I orchestrated basically a cover-up. This resulted in me losing so many of my fans, torpedoed my career, destroyed my mental health to something that I don't know if ever will come back, and has ruined my life and almost everyone I know around me.
And now let me show you why this video is dumb.
And I've seen a lot, I'm gonna keep the bug right now, right? I seen a lot of people on the list that when I seen the list, I say, yo, I'm not jacking them. I'm personally here saying, right now, bro, I don't get, niggas know I don't care, bro. Mizkif tries to censor the door, he's not getting inside. No, we do not fuck with weird people. I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. He's gonna see this clip, I don't care.
This is a clip of Silky before Emiru came out, and this is him standing firm on how Mizkif is not getting inside of his crib. Mind you, this is a very general statement. He never elaborates. He just says, Mizkif is weird and this nigga's not getting in my crib. What does that sound like? That sounds like Diddy. Y'all just gotta let me break it down. When I say it sounds like Diddy, I mean in the sense that people will say these cryptic statements regarding certain celebrities and never elaborate. First, it was Diddy likes to party and you gotta tell him no. Now it's, if Mizkif tries to enter the door, he's not getting inside. What do those statements mean?
Hold up. Yo. Somebody gotta tell me what mic Silky got. This mic cool as fuck. I want this mic, please. Somebody please tell me.
These niggas never elaborate. They just say these general statements that are...
That's not a razor mic. What kind of mic is that?
They move on about their day. And I just feel like if niggas are speaking about you like that, you're doing something. That something is wrong. Nobody will tell me otherwise.
Hey mods, can you do me a huge fucking favor? Can you start banning literally anybody that ever tells me that I'm being mean to her? I mean, can you give a disclaimer?
Oh shit, this clip look old as fuck, bro. So they known each other for a fat minute. Holy shit, bro.
It's not being mean.
This is a clip of an obviously irritated Mizkif telling his mods to ban people who question his treatment of Emiru like the books literally write themselves, and the secret was open. That's why there's a 2023 thread analyzing their relationship. It was in plain view.
Yo, I'm fried. Bro's profile name was Save Emiru. Yo.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that.
Yo, I'm so untapped with all this shit, bro. I don't know anybody on my screen right now. Are these big streamers? I don't know.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
That was throw it back. Throw it back.
Better be. Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with an angry aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I used to
Who is this?
That, would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision.
She talking about him?
Like, we just
Yo,
would,
is this
fight
his
in the car,
ex?
And then he'd go like 100, and I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down.
That sounds just like bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I do know is that if more than one person comes up with the same shit, and they're not in cahoots, bro, and they both come up with the same shit, like a summary about you, and that shit motherfucking accurate, bro, I'm gonna believe them. I'm sorry.
So then I started driving only. Like I wouldn't let him drive me anywhere. But then if we'd get in a fight while I was driving, he would like pound my ceiling in my glove box. He would like scream and like hit the ceiling and like hit the glove box and just like scream profanity.
This clip is so crazy because the first thing is that Mizkif aggressively
Is she
throws
bald?
2 paper bags.
That has nothing to do with anything. I'm just
then,
curious.
a later date during a podcast recounts how she was trapped in a car with an angry ex who would drive 100 miles per hour. Where have we heard this from? And then Cuco, another streamer, recounts her experience with Mizkif. When Mizkif and her had relations during a time where she was—
Oh my god, there's a third one. Oh my god, no. Bro, why is it every time one allegation comes out, everybody just like, oh yeah, nah, I got a situation with this motherfucker too. Oh yeah, nah, it's over. Not one girl came forward. Not 2. 3, there's a third. Oh yeah, nah. There is no way people still, bro, there is no way people are still gonna side with him after this, bro.
So drunk she couldn't keep her eyes open, and how she had to finally let him because she was too dizzy.
Oh my god, no. Yo, he has too much essay allegations, bro. It's over. I don't even know, bro, but it's over. I don't know how much followers, whatever the fuck, but it's over for him, bro.
To care anymore. Oh my god.
You better have some cheese saved up.
Crazy. OTK.
Who the fuck is OTK? I'm not gonna lie. What is this? Is this his manager? I don't know OTK, but respect to them or whatever. It says they dropped him.
He had to come out and be like, yeah, this nigga is weird and we ain't messed with him for a while. So when I see all this stuff, it's really hard for me to believe that he didn't cover up SA. If anything, he seems pretty familiar with it. It also makes it hard for me to believe that he wasn't the villain in his relationship with Emiru. My opinion is that Mizkif is probably not human. He seems incredibly evil, actually, but I won't say much else. I think that's all I needed to say earlier.
Yo, fuck with my boy DH, bro. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this Mizkif Emiru situation. I'm not gonna lie, yo, Mizkif, you're cooked. Pack it up. It's over. And you know, I'm glad that, you know, Emiru, hopefully, you know, she's chilling and all that. And you know, yeah, I mean, I don't really know either of them. I think I seen Emiru one time on Twitter when it was her and like somebody, like they had this weird stalker fan that was like trying to do something. I don't know. I think it was Emiru and what's Valkyrie and some shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, man.